The exit of B. FUT are a team that like to play so much for control outside of B,
oh,
and that concuss, you can see instantly trying to take space off of that. But a good counter smoke will slow this down.
They aren't fully aware they're off towards the right-hand side, so there comes that pistol spray, but not, I was about to say, not even a point of damage taken. But it's MrFaliN down to about 66 HP here away as they back forwards. This Vitality actually hanging around B as well. We saw this in the game that we cast before we went live earlier today. One of the defending teams in Fireflux holding really deep on the defense and using B as the very comfortable rotation point between A or C as and when required.
And you can see Vitality have the options to sort of pivot between those two sites. Now, one thing FUT did so much in their match versus Liquid last week is they played really heavily for mound control, so they could have control over that door switch, and then they would sort of pivot over to C, over to B, depending on what they felt, depending on the rotations they heard. This time it's actually going all the way over towards A, and there is just one tripwire they have to work
They'll hear it on Baby Door.
Yeah, I like it. The Baby Door call out, that door you got to bust down.
We're going to make it a thing today.
We do, we're going to.
Well, they're pushing all their way through. They've got control of the A site, but this is where you start seeing the bullets fly. It's Destrian down into MOJJ to get things off, but FUT have got control of the site. That is the spike down.
And there's a really great retake camera that ceNder didn't actually pop into right on the doorway of tree. It's the inside tree, you can also see out onto the site. So when he tags into that, he's going to have the position of Kiwi down.
Of course, how much further forwards they can look to step.
He just went into it, so he knows only one player in tree.
Well, from there, they must know that there's still 2 or 3 more hiding out towards the A main here. Just the other side of this wall, there's 2 or 3 players stacking up. It's going to be a bit of a bloodbath. It's Kiwi to start things off, down to a 4v4, but this is where we've got to see the play come through. Diffuse is going down in the 4 versus 4, still halfway done, and here we go. They're the kills that you're looking for. It's over to FUT here in the first round. There's that read now that surely the push is coming in over towards C. Here we go. It's a 1-step across as well, but not going to be a second coming out from ceNder as he's putting the bin down on towards the site, though. It is once again in control of FUT, looking excellent in these execute ceNder.
Destrian's still a big problem, though, as he finds the first, noted the second.
No!
And oh no, qRaxs is looking the wrong way. Destrian finds 3.
Surely there's an expectation that you'll have a player here, as here comes the button. This is going to be the big fight as well. Immediately out comes the concuss, but no, MOJJ finds his man. They've got full site control, but there's still 2 at the back end.
Watch this, though. They busted down Baby Door. Now they're into B, absolutely dancing, breaking the ankles of Vitality. Now the late lurk from MOJJ is going to be huge. He's outside the switch, outside tree, but now ceNder's going to have info on everyone.
That ultimate really could have led to a couple more, but they managed to get the plan down and get out of dodge. Out towards safety, you've got the Cove to play for. They're going in for the diffuser. Can they stop this as well? I don't think they can. It's going to get completed out here.
They got
it! It's the mow down!
Early aggression from Vitality. Now this harbor wall did go down, and it's actually really narrow, cutting off the spike. I was wondering if they're going to try to get on this quickly, but they're still Killjoy mollies. They've got to work past.
Oh, ceNder. He's got to do all the work here, but no, the flash. No, he gets it through the full flash as well. FaliN finds 2, make it a 3, make it a 4. This man just sat Vitality down solo. FUT get the round again. FUT inside of a cage here as well, but they're about to walk into an absolute slaughter. He lets them all come through, finds 1, but misses the rest as well. That Stinger not quite doing the work required. BONECOLD finds 1 more. It's looking good for Vit here in the post plan.
No worse situation to be than to see multiple players with the Stinger in hand. It's so tough, but still doable now in a 3-on-3. Destrian coming around the corner. This player can't hear anything, yet AtaKaptan takes them all.
Oh my God. Another 4K.
See, and some tripwires to play with as well.
Here we go, and they know what's going on as well. The suppression comes on through. They should know what's going down, but ceNder has already mowed him through too. It's a game of hero plays in multi-kills everywhere, but ceNder will not find the 3K in this round. MOLSI converts 1 into a second. There's only MrFaliN left standing, and finally Vitality will find their second round.
MVP of that round, BONECOLD on the road.
See if we can get one into side as well. Neon's managed to march her way through, but Kiwi can't get one either. Those 2 had to get some kills to make this work, I felt, but they've got themselves into a spot where it's a 2 versus 2. It is still savable for FUT.
No time, 13 seconds. The interrupt there with the breach hold is absolutely massive, but AtaKaptan finds the kill. 2-on-1 now and time to plant.
But they've got all the information they need. Sees one at distance as well. Does he know about the box?
He got him, it's over.
What he's got to do, he's got to live, he's got to hold. 1.5 seconds, he sees him at close range. Putting himself way out, yeah, back out towards safety. That's that ultimate burned down, but they aren't, of course, 100% sure what's going on. It's a C hit. Surprise! Here we go with FUT trying to march on through. ceNder carries on where he left off before being traded out by MOJJ.
Yeah, I assume qRaxs' knife actually hit ceNder because his tripwire turned off on site. Maybe you could have played more passively with that still up and getting something done, but the party has been called. We're trying to get in the site fast with Vitality.
They're really going to make this push work, though. We've seen a couple of walls really benefit the side of FUT in this round, coming out of Destrian first with the orb, and now on site itself, but they force them out towards backside.
FALN's on a walkabout through B as well, so no player on site for them. qRaxs has to fight forward with the team now, but Vitality are mowing them over.
Absolutely pouring them down here as well into another, but it's all down to MrFaliN. Of course, we know that spike is down. He brings it into the 1v1. Who wins out here? It's MOLSI or FALN to give their team at least a lead for a moment. Stepping out towards one side, taps on towards the spike. A second time coming in. He's got a hold and falling in. Straight in towards B. They've already got control and Vitality. They forced up A and have been punished for it.
Ooh, killing that lurk on MOJJ outside of A though is really big now, because now they can't fight into Link. FUT have to go the opposite direction over towards C, which is absolutely crazy.
They've been forced away, but they've still got the control, right? That's the problem.
But the thing is, they only have control over one entry point into B, so now you have to send AtaKaptan on this wraparound towards the opposite side. This is really hard for FUT to play.
And they've got Destrian waiting off towards the left. Sure enough, no, both taken down. They've cracked it wide open, but they've got to get it to find the kills. Kiwi! And then see one of those crazy plays that we were talking about, the rank specials.
Vitality want to fight into Link here. Remember how often FUT opened this door?
Here it is.
They can actually open it the opposite side and try to break this ult.
But can they break it in time is the real question. They're trying to fight their way through, but simply haven't found it yet. In they come, but MOLSI! No, you can't be missing those. MOJJ into a 2. It's somewhat saved by Twisten and Destrian, but one of the two goes down as well. It feels like FUT might have just forced their way into a round win.
That was a disaster from Vitality. Somehow MOJJ finding 2, unbelievable.
They really should have got those.
But now BONECOLD, he has to do something, just a 1-for-1.
For
maybe a moment.
Could have brought that down to a 2v1, but just couldn't quite find his man. And now Twisten, 2 separate angles isolated off. Clearly, they're not 100% sure exactly where he's coming from.
And they're not going to give him a fight. Look how deep AtaKaptan's pushed. Maybe now coming back in.
Now they know, and this is the problem. He simply does not have the time. You got one more stepping in, he can't even find Kiwi, who assuming they can get this finish down without any kind of weird backstab, but they've got 2 of the 4, but no one's on flank watch.
MrFaliN still hasn't made noise on C, so that's why ceNder hasn't walked in yet. He's so aware that this could be happening.
Here comes the Viper from behind as well, but really looking to make the play happen, but it's 2 coming in for FUT to start things off. qRaxs living up to his name, finding Twisten and Destrian. It's a 3rd coming in as well, making a 4th. The man is absolutely flying, and they almost catch ceNder with his pants down, no pistol in hand. At 5v1, he gets 1, finds 2, almost 3. But as I said, in that first half, so many big hero rounds, now it's qRaxs' turn to step up to the plate with a big 4K.
So Eversleep still got 2.
Now comes the ultimate as well. The Harbor revealing everyone, but still we're going to see Kiwi step across and find 1 for himself. They know the play is coming in, but no, quick rotate out towards B. Yep. They're in through door, but they're going into so many traps on site. There's 2 nano swarms waiting. That's points and points of damage, loads of HP being chewed away, but still they march on forwards. It goes back into a 2 versus 2, and Vitality have got site control.
FUT playing together for now, actually sending Kiwi over to the opposite side, trying to clear out Heaven, have a second entry point onto site.
But he's got to go fast. You can't leave him in the 1 versus 2.
These are the 2 players they knew were on C, though, so this position from Kiwi might be a little unexpected.
And that's the pressure coming out as well, just kind of lets you know, in case you weren't already sure, there are 2 players nearby. Kiwi, this 1v1
huge.
is so huge. Sees the man as well on the spray through. MOLSI's all that's left, and they can't find him. Kiwi comes out big, up to match point, FUT go.
Here to give FUT an 8-round advantage. That is huge. And now with the late pivot, with only 2 players into mound, including the spike, there's 2 players here. What can you do?
Get aggressed on 2 is the only way I can describe it. They brought down 2, realized the spike was here too. That's all they need. Enough to communicate that this is going to slow down Vitality by another 20, 30 seconds here.
Here's good Valorant too, right? A lot of players would have spike there, they would post on it and hold it. But you're alone, right? Your team has numbers advantage, it's 4 versus 3. So fall back, condense space, so you can play together more easily, right? That's exactly why they call over MOJJ over to C. He was playing leaning a little bit more B heavy. And actually, this could be huge, but who plays that deep? Right? This is exactly what you want to see from FUT. You know Vitality are going to get a little crazy, are going to overextend to find some kind of a pick to equalize the numbers. And now it's just gone all haywire.
You can see why this map is so easily regarded as FUT's dominion. Vitality has stepped in and been completely dominated here at 12-4. They'll get the spike down, but it feels like a consolation prize when there are 4 players of FUT bearing down on them in this retake that they've looked so good in so far.
Only 1 flash for qRaxs here. MOLSI has to find something. Actually, great timing popping on through, but has to fall back towards his team.
Brings out the ult as well, but with ceNder let alone against 3 or 4 bearing down on him all at the same time. This one feels like it's done and dusted, but has to find, go big. Cannot even do that. Performance here against FUT.
Yeah, they just smoked Liquid on this map, and a lot of it came down to them just fighting really aggressively over A short, so no real surprise to see them just zooming over into this A site. FUT trying to play full retake, almost playing super deep towards spawn.
They've forced everyone out as well in towards B-Link, and gonna have to retake Heaven here as well. It's already been smoked off, so full control taken by FUT. A bit of a bottleneck to come pushing back in through.
AtaKaptan bought full util on the breach of all things, so insane on the retake. Doesn't matter though when Destrian and BONECOLD are playing off another so perfectly. ceNder as well from over near short gets 2. Iggling here, they just sneak past him. They're not going to expect him this wide, and yeah.
Oh, okay, good night. Sit,
gorgeous.
Sit.
Kiwi, a slow week 1 by no stretch of the imagination. The rest of FUT really stepping up around him. But already in the first map and now the opening rounds, looking sick with it.
I mean, some of the maybe fair criticism put against FUT was that unless Kiwi was playing well, the team didn't really pop. You know, there's times you look at him and say, right, he's the player that has to play well, or this team simply doesn't come to the races. I feel given that last map, it's pretty fair to say they are getting over that curse.
Ooh, look at this flank actually coming in. Killjoy did fall, so we got straight past that alarm bot. MrFaliN has an opportunity to shoot Twisten straight in the side of the head. That's absolutely perfect, and that's what we need to see more of as FUT try to retake this site in the future. MOLSI sort of stuck down in hell with not a lot to do. so MOJJ will finish the job. It's actually a really common name in Turkey.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it is. A lot of people ask me a lot of the time if I'm Turkish. I'm not, really? But I do use the name Ender.
Oh. Let's go flying over the top.
Poor Ben.
Elsewhere, it's a bit of a mow down. Poor Ben can do nothing more but watch on. As once again, Vitality have forced their way in towards the site. A strong start here so far in Haven, and it continues.
Oh, that one went pretty high up there. MOJJ's able to get past it, find the opener. Coming around the corner, gets his third on the round. And all of a sudden, MOLSI has to do everything. It's not going to be enough as ceNder takes one, and it's MOJJ on the 4K to close out the round.
Massive retake and just inside a garage. I mean, really here, it's the defenders that are going to make the move. You haven't got to go aggressive here.
They've got to do something. I think FUT are also worried that there could be a late lurk from that Killjoy up through sewers. So they're constantly going to be second-guessing what's going on behind them.
Here we go. There comes the swing. MOJJ, quite rightly, putting the dirt on this one as well. I don't think they managed to get away with this as well. They're going to try and make it work. In comes the shock dart too. Disable is coming in here as well. They found out at least part of it, but they've got a really good hold coming in here as well. They have peeled off for a second, but they've got to make the move come in now as out comes the ultimate from the breach. Can they get it away in time? They get the shutdown, and Vitality do just about hold on.
Stand up to it. So we're definitely seeing FUT counteract them a little bit, not overbiting on the fake attempts from Vitality. Multiple times now we've seen them, go down A and it turns into a B hit oftentimes. So.
Oh, do they know? Yes, they do. Great read onto qRaxs as well, who really can't get away into this game. Sat on 1 kill so far, but it's MOJJ. He cannot be stopped today. Him and Fallen are popping. MOJJ finds a 3. There's still 1 left inside the smoke. Pistol out for a bit of spray and finds the closing man. It's a 4K. He just the wrong moment. Else a free kill was waiting there. ceNder bringing 1 back. Isn't qRaxs, as I've already mentioned, has struggled to get himself involved in this map. And again, just always looking away from angles at the exact wrong moment. And even with it in hand, cannot find what he's looking for. Kiwi looking for his first in the round, and finally it lines up. It's Twisten into a second. Back to the days of COD 4 with that quick scope, and 2 more come out. FUT bring it even at 5 and 5, and surely the Vitality
and just shut everything down. Everything Vitality were trying to do instantly canceled.
Oh, I was going to say ceNder had 1 all point to go to get his ultimate, but as he's gone for it, he's been phasing in. Vitality, they played out so well in the follow-up to that play, mind you. A massive couple of kills out of that BONECOLD ultimate, and this looks to be the kind of play they were looking for. 2v3 for FUT, but Vitality looking for that 6-6 split.
It'll all come down to FaliN here. Can he kill BONECOLD? He's making some noise. BONECOLD is going to be ready, but BONECOLD still falls. Man. 2 on 2, so what does this mean? Destrian and MOLSI trying to re-clear space towards CT.
They got the cross as well. If they can isolate a 2 versus 1 onto AtaKaptan, that's what they need. He's going to go looking. Captain! Captain, my captain! That's the closing play you want, into a 7-5 for FUT. What a great...
Actually, FUT would dodge away from the early info they got towards A, maybe expecting a rotation off, because they're just challenging it.
Wow. What?
Yep.
How'd Turret get that?
Turret got the last hit. Someone took him down real low, and then Turret was like, yeah, I'll finish the job.
Turret's like, thanks for the assist.
Yeah.
Not kill stolen, kill secured.
Oh, boy.
But here we come. This is what I mean, the pace though. Look at where Vitality would dance around A long and A short for the longest time. FUT have just said, to hell with that. We're going in. Spike already down in the 5v2.
That is rough. Destrian, I mean, you have to be able to find fights from window here, but if FUT don't give it to him, Destrian's just going to be sitting up here for forever. There's nothing they can do. They don't have flash to get back on site. Don't give him a fight.
This is it. No need to peek. If they push it to you and you play for a 2v1 crossfire trade, you win out 2-0.
Yep.
You have 2 players left. Round is yours. Kaptan, though, feels at least one as Destrian steps forward. Ping down to 15. One more shot will be enough. Thought for a second it might be Turret picking that one up, but no, it's MOJJ the man.
Slowly. Actually, just the 2 rifles for them. So it's about trying to see if they can get Kiwi and MOJJ in a position to take these opening fights, see what they can do. And actually, Twisten stepping on out here. That turret just always going to be placed
MVP.
on
MVP.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Finds one. Can find a second. Yes, he can, but the third as well. Didn't know about the one below. Doesn't really matter, as they have absolutely cleaned up here as well. A 2v3. And still, how on earth has qRaxs brought it back up to this point? A 2v2.
MOJJ. Oh, the timing. Brutal. Right there. There's a flank coming in from BONECOLD as well. I mean, the fact in a 1v2 that you yourself don't have to plant is absolutely massive. qRaxs' push into Garage is going to come earlier than expected, but now they've been able to clear it out. Now they know.
They swing this at the same time. They've got to have an idea that he's sat on short. There's only one place he could possibly have moved away to without being seen, and they must know. Sure enough, they do. They swing at the same time. BONECOLD gets the kill. Vitality.
So the ideas with the utility, now re-aggressing BONECOLD. Here they go, trying to catch him on the timing.
They get both as well. Kiwi's the one doing it. Great bit of util coming in to deny it away. But MOLSI up close. He's going to find 2. He's going to shut everything down. Take all the bite out of that execute and keep Vitality going. MOJJ left in a 1v3.
They're on every single angle for MOJJ. He's had so many insane rounds before, but with utility just being thrown at him. Unrelenting.
His online too. They've got the ability to shut down a lot of this aggression that can come out of Vitality, but really you're looking at Vitality and saying with 4 online, this is yours for the march.
Yikes. Some of the worst players to lose. Your primary initiator, and then also smokes, like, I would call the round, honestly. I mean, somehow they've actually just gotten onto A, right? Vitality are sort of giving them that one. This is not a good situation to be in.
At this point, I think you'll take those 300 credits as well. Just going to take a bit of time for a couple of players to come back in over here from Vitality. A 1-for-1 again, it always favors that team with a higher number count. 4v2 down to a 4 versus 1. Vitality get the hold on here unless qRaxs can really live up to his name and do some magic. He simply cannot.
Goomba Stomp!
Goomba Stomp with the shorty.
Oh, man. Stays on the ground Garage like this. This is not something you do. It actually may be the B hit, but again, MOLSI has the... Oh no, MOLSI dies! MOLSI can't die! You have Rolling Thunder!
They've still got 3 more as well. Out comes it from BONECOLD. He got a 2K with it last time, but here, I don't think he's going to find himself with the same look. It's a 5v2. A 5v2 now off the back of that 5v3, sorry. This looks to be all about wrapped up. ceNder finds at least 1 back, but it's looking dire.
That was I think AtaKaptan concussed C-Link off a comm from Kiwi. He's up in outer space and then comes down for the kill. Absolutely unreal. And now there's virtually no chance for Vitality in the round. Just util dump on util dump.
1 enemy remaining.
Kiwi's going on a walkabout through enemy spawn.
Scary thing is, you haven't even really made him work for that round either. It's been a pretty straightforward march in by the most part for FUT. That timeout clearly doing a lot of work. The coach's words in their minds ringing out. And they've shown that actually this is perfectly doable. Vitality though, as you said, Rolling Thunder is online. Gotta bring it up.
Yeah. Destrian got an ult out of this one.
Kaptan ult is, well, surely MOLSI's got to respond as well, but for now, at least, no. They've given control of the site away. They're all inside a garage, and there it is. That's a good Rolling Thunder coming across. Catches out 2-3 players, but a couple have swung out from long here who are completely unaffected.
What?
They find 1 back, but no! Destrian, you've got to be winning those, my friend. AtaKaptan into another, and it feels like Vitality's game plan has just crumbled around them until Twisten, for a second, looks to bring things back. Finds 2 before he gets taken down. BONECOLD, all that stands between FUT and a 12-10.
MOJJ is coming behind him, though. The clock is working against him. Mob straight in the back. Sends him to the grave. Oh, man.
No flanks coming in, and for FUT, once again, this just feels like your ABCs.
Twisten could go for the long flank, though. He's got an operator. He's the least useful player on this. He's actually going garage, so it's everyone into garage. But FUT still very forward on site. They have so many angles they can peek into garage from.
BONECOLD that maybe was a problem, but Destrian gets two. The spray transfer is beautiful, collects two. AtaKaptan gets one back onto the other side. Kiwi into another. It's all falling apart for Vitality as FUT clean them up